another wet, Mrs. Walker?
Beg your pardon?
Tea, I've mashed another pot.
No, thank you. I don't know where you put it all, Fred. I really don't.
Well, you know me, Mrs. Walker. Always was an old tea belly. Now, are you sure?
Quite sure, thank you.
By heck, Lynch. You'd sniff a tea bag a flaming mile away, you would.
I would have thought you had better things to do than sup tea, Fred.
Why? Such as what?
Like fixing the lock on that bottle store. I've just had to chase them Rafferty kids off again.
So that's where they're getting them empties from. Hey, I'll skin them when I get out there.
Really, Fred, how many times have I asked you to keep that place locked?
Well, I keep forgetting, Mrs. Walker. I'll do it this morning, promise.
Don't pour us one, will you?
I wasn't going to.
I don't remember seeing that get-up before bed.
You're nearly not seeing it now.
Was I asking you?
Well, dear, it's not the sort of thing a lot of good girls could wear, but it's definitely you.
Oh, tell Mrs. Walker, I am glad you like it.
What's it all in aid of, any road?
Well, it's a bank holiday, isn't it? Not that you'll have noticed. Not that it makes any difference to me. I never go nowhere anyway. But, like the man said, if you don't put your goods in the window, you don't get no takers.
Really, Bet?
Well, you never know, Mrs. Walker. I mean, Barry Manilow might come walking through that front door, just looking for somebody to whisk off to Southport for the afternoon.
Oh, Conky Manilow, I know him. He comes here every Monday for his bacon butties.
All right.
Manilow.
Beggars can't be choosers. I'll give him till 2:30. After that, I'm anybody's who happens to have a big flash car and a couple of hours to spare. Ha! Pity your old banger's in for servicing, isn't it?
Ah!
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Some of the swelling's gone down any road.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Lucky.
Yeah, a couple of days and that'll have disappeared. And after all you've been through, I'd call that lucky, wouldn't you?
Well, I'm glad you do. She's right, you know, it could have scarred you for life. Honestly, Elsie, how her husband could have beaten her
Yeah,
up
well,
like
it
that.
does happen, you know.
I don't know what to do, Elsie. I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
Look, Kim, I've known more fellas like that than I've had ladders in my tights, and I'll tell you something, you can forget him. He's no hero type, he's your Terry. Hit and run, that's him. Well, now he's had his fun. You won't see him again, he won't come back here. He'll be back down the sewers with the rest of the flaming rats.
Brian? Yeah, it's Fred here. Fred G.
Yes, Fred. What can I do for you? Yeah, I'm working on it now. Don't worry, it'll be ready by tonight. This afternoon? Well, yeah. Suppose I could. What time? 3? That's pushing it a bit, mate. Yeah, all right. I'll see what I can do. Okay. See ya.
Well, Lynch. All tarted up and nowhere to go, eh?
Most like it, Freddie.
I bet you're just dying to get out in the wild, open spaces.
Ah, you got it.
Well, today's your lucky day, then, isn't it?
Eh?
Well, where do you fancy going, Lynch? The leafy lanes of Cheshire, Derbyshire, go on, you name it.
What are you on about your cars in dock?
No problem. I've just been on the phone to young Brian. I'll have it ready for first thing this afternoon, just after we close. Hey, I told you it was your lucky day, Lynch.
I never said a word.
If she goes on like this, you know, we'll have to put her on payroll.
She's already on the payroll, aren't you, Trace? Yes. This'll cost you a chocolate biscuit at least.
And worth every penny. She can come and work for me any time. I mean, any industrial relations problems settle with a bag of jelly babies.
Oh, well, you've got it made, haven't you? I'm not sure I should let you exploit my daughter like that.
You don't mind working for your Uncle Alf, do you, lovey? No. See, you're outvoted.
Oh, I give in. Here, love. You fill that little lot up, and your Uncle Alf will give you 2 chocolate biscuits.
2?
Yes, double time for bank holiday.
By heck, you'll be as big as house. 2 chocolate biscuits. I'm not a dealer.
Give us £half a pound of bacon, kid, and make it lean, will you? And if you say which way, I'll throttle you.
I wasn't going to. What do you want? Do you want plain or smoked?
Well, whichever's leanest, you
Not a
know.
lot in it, love. That, I think.
And which is cheapest?
That.
That, I'll have that then.
Right. What brings you round here on a bank holiday, anyway? Can't stay away from that place across the road, is that it?
I've been to see Ivy, haven't I? Anyway, you're not complaining, are you?
I'm not complaining, love. It's always a pleasure to do business with you.
What he means is he'd be happy to take your money off you any day of the week.
Well, it's a pleasure to do business with you and all. After all you've done for girls in factory.
Eh?
Oh, that's where you've been nipping off to in your lunch hour, is it?
No, I'm on about this wine bar, this disco thing.
Oh, that.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Baldwin were like a dog with two tails kid when he got go-ahead. It's been like working in holiday camp ever since.
Look, Vera, it not to do with me, you know.
Well, you were all for it, though, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I said I was.
And you are on the council.
Yeah, that's nothing to do with it either, Vera.
Look, if you don't want to take credit for it, kid, I mean, that's up to you, isn't it? But I'll tell you what, it's done a lot for us, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, if I were you, Vera, I should make the most of it while you can, because once those doors are open, it's going to be a very different story, I can tell you.
Well, I hope it is. It needs livening up round here, kid. It's like a flipping morgue after chucking out time.
64 pence.
And that just happens to be the way some of us like it.
Well, that's your hard luck, isn't it? Because it's not going to be like it for much longer. Thank you.
Thank you, Vera. You know, I wish you wouldn't keep saying it's got something to do with me.
Well, what do you expect, Alf? I mean, you are the councillor around here, aren't you? And you made it very clear where your sympathies lay. Folk are bound to think that if there were strings to be pulled, you were in a position to do the pulling, aren't they?
You don't really believe that.
No, do I, heck? But honestly, Alf, you've got to admit that if there were going to be any muck flying about at all, you did leave yourself wide open for it, didn't you? Now then, how we doing, love? Nearly finished?
Don't. Don't. I'll catch it, Tom.
Come on, Stanley, I'll just take you to the cleaners.
I don't feel like it, no.
Oh, come on, I'm only asking you for a game of darts. I'm not taking you hang gliding.
I don't feel like it.
One game.
No.
Look, do you want these or don't you? Because I'm not standing here like flipping heroes all afternoon.
No.
Right.
What's the matter with you, Stanley? You've had a face like a wet weekend ever since you walked in.
Oh, it's our tipping elder. Thinks more of their Archie than he's done of me.
How do you make that out?
We've got a letter saying he's ill, as he's shut up the drain pipe like a flipping rat.
Well, he is her brother.
Well, I'm her husband, aren't I? I'm entitled to food on the table when I get in from work. She's trying to starve me to death.
Stanley, I think if you went without food for a month, you wouldn't starve to death.
Oh, ha, ha.
Anyway, if I can't thrash you at darts, I'll have to get down to the Legion, see if I can make a bit of beer money on the snooker table, eh?
Yeah.
See you.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hold on.
How are you, mate?
Thought this is where you'd be hiding. Give us a pint, will you, Bet? Marion?
Bottle of lager, please.
And a bottle of lager. And you better get laughing fella there a drink as well. I won't now to laugh about, have I? Of course you have. Now to laugh about, Stanley, let me introduce you to our temporary cook and bottle washer.
Hey, let's have the bottle washer if you don't mind.
It means she's going to cook while Hilda's away. Got it in one, Stan. Ah, you saved our lives.
Well, I couldn't stand by and see two strapping fellas fade away, could I?
What's for tea?
I'll just steak kidney pie sound.
Like manna from heaven, eh, Stan? Yeah. Oh, you'll be buying in, won't you?
I suppose so.
What's that got to do with anything? Oh, some things Hilda wants when she gets back, you know. So, well, she came in for us, couldn't she? Save me trouble. Do you know, Stanley, there's three kinds of idol. There's idol, flaming idol, and you.
Oh. Look, give me 20 minutes, will you, Bubbles?
Don't rush back, love. Tomorrow'll be soon enough.
What's all that about?
You're only looking at the first prize winner in the Dumbest Blonde of the Year contest, aren't you?
You are?
I've only got myself booked for an afternoon in the country with Mouth Almighty himself.
Fred!
Who else?
Hey, I'm available for self-defence lessons.
Eddie, love, I might just take you up on that.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of you, I was thinking of Fred.
Looks like he means business, lover.
Oh, he means business, all right.
Still can't see how you're going to fall for it.
By opening my flipping mouth big enough to drive a bus through, that's how.
I can't see what you're bothered about, honest I can't.
You don't know Fred G like I do.
Well, no, but I mean, I can't see what you can get up to on a little drive in the country, not in broad daylight.
If Fred G put his mind to it, love, he could make life very difficult in a crowded supermarket on a Saturday morning.
Oh, well, I'd swap places with you anyway.
Done.
What?
You go instead of me, Cop.
Well, I can't, actually. Well, not today. I've promised Rita that I'd help her with the stock taking. I mean, any other time.
You don't need any help, do you?
No, I'd better be going. Enjoy your drive.
Ta-ta. I never know whether she's having me on or not.
Got a point, though, haven't you?
Oh, come off it, Betty. You know Fred as well as I do.
Yeah, but she has, love. I mean, when you haven't got a car of your own, you appreciate little things like that.
Well, I've not got my own car, have I?
I still say, we're not all like you.
Betty,
What?
I don't know why I never thought of it before. What are you doing this afternoon?
Hang on.
It was you he asked.
Did I say I wasn't going?
Run away from home to spend the rest of my life with him.
You daft beggar. And what have you done with Nick? Abandoned him and all, have you?
Oh, Jackie's got him. I thought you might like a cup of tea that didn't taste of gear oil.
You are an angel. Mwah.
Well, I'd have known it was going to have that effect. I'd have brought some cake and all.
I mean, you haven't.
What do you think?
What would I do without you?
Buy your own cake?
True.
Is this Fred's car?
Yeah, more's a pity. It's running like a dream. Must have been daft to get rid of it.
I'm not complaining.
You never do. Look, hold that for a few minutes, love. While you're here, you can hold the fort for us.
You're not going out.
Only 10 minutes. This guy's phoned in with a flat battery. He wants me to get him started. I said I'd get round as soon as I could.
Well, that's a nice welcome, isn't it? The minute I walk in the door, you can't wait to get out.
I'll not be long, honest.
You've time for a cup of tea.
I'll have more time when I get back.
Go on, then.
Mwah.
If you're not back in 15 minutes, I'm putting the place up for sale.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Hello, girl, love. Is the governor about?
No, he's not. I don't think he'll be long, though.
Oh, no sweat. It's not him I want, it's this. He said it'd be ready this afternoon. You don't happen to know if he's finished it, do you?
I think so. He was working on it when I came in. Said it was running like a dream.
Oh, well, that's good enough for me. Will you ask him to pop me to the Rovers with the bill? I'll get him squared up.
Right. Someone special, then?
What's that, love?
Well, I gather wherever you're going, it's not alone.
Could be right.
Right, come on, madam, shift yourself.
I don't want to go, Elsie. Not looking like this, I don't.
Look, a pair of dark glasses and no one will know any different.
I don't want to go.
Oh, I see. You want to sit here all morbid, thinking about what's happened. Is that it?
Oh, doing more good than traipsing around the shops. Half of them are closed anyway.
Look, it'll do you good. Get you out of here. Get some fresh air to that brain of yours. Now, come on, move it. You'll have it dark.
You think he's coming back, don't you? That's why you want me out of this house. You don't want to leave me on my own. You think he's coming back.
Now, listen, lady, if I thought for 1 minute that husband of yours was coming back, I wouldn't be standing out there. I'd be in here, behind that door, with the biggest saucepan I could lay my hands on.
I think you probably would as well.
I would and all. Now, come on, hurry up, move it.
I'm sorry, Elsie. I've been nothing but trouble since I landed back on you. Been nothing but trouble all my rotten life.
I see. Well, if you want to sit here full of self-pity, that's okay by me. Right, forget it.
Oh, it's true, though, isn't it?
It is not true, and you know it. You've just had a bit of bad luck, that's all. It could happen to any one of us. And I know what I'm talking about, particularly when it comes to fellas. I haven't met one of them yet that's worth getting yourself in a state for. Do you think that fella of yours is sitting there in that flat of his now, holding his head in his hands, feeling full of flaming remorse? Do you think if you could see what he'd done to you now, he'd be sorry? Do you? Do you? Pshaw, Woody Ecker's life. I'll tell you something, madam. The only one you're torturing is you, not him. Well, if that's what you want, good luck to you. If you want to sit here and torture yourself over some flaming fella that's not fit to lick your boots, well, that's your funeral. But if that is what you want, well, then you're not the kid I took you for. Well, do I hang this up?
Lend us a pair of dark glasses, will you?
Ah, that's more like it.
Come on, Ben, let's be having you.
He missed his way, did Fred, you know, Mrs. Walker.
How do you mean, babe?
He'd have made a belting royal footman.
Look, never mind that. Are you coming or aren't you?
You mean I've got a choice?
Look, come on, stop larking about.
Hang on a sec.
Eh?
Betty?
Betty?
Betty Turpin, widow of this parish. She works here.
Well, I know she does. What do you want her for?
Hope it's all right, Fred. Only Bet said you wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't mind?
Yeah, if I come with you.
You what?
Well, it's not going to cost you any more in petrol, is it? She don't get out much.
Look, I thought it was just going to be for the two of us.
Well, if that's the way you feel, don't mind me, take Betty.
Look, you know what I mean.
I know that the longer we stop here arguing the toss, the less time we've got out there. In fact, I'm not sure it's worth going at all now.
Of course it is. It'll be a lovely outing for all of you. And if I weren't feeling so tired, I'd come along with you myself.
Come on, then. Let's go if we're going.
Come on.
See you later, Mrs. Walker.
Enjoy yourselves.
Oh, we will. Freddie?
I don't know. Now turn me back for 5
Look,
minutes.
Brian, I've said I'm sorry. I didn't know you hadn't finished the flipping car. You said it was running like a dream.
Yes, the engine was.
Well, then.
There happens to be a bit more to a car than an engine, doesn't
Look,
there?
Brian, I've said I'm sorry. I can't do any more. You might as well go home if you're going to carry on like this.
All right. It doesn't matter. It's just that I wanted to get it finished today, that's all. Another half hour would have cracked it.
Was there much to do?
No, only bits and pieces.
Well, then. Can't you do it tomorrow?
I'll have to now, won't I? Not that he's going to be too chuffed about that, though, is he?
Oh, I don't know.
You what? Folk could sooner do without the missus for the day than the motor.
He'd have been a sight less pleased if it hadn't been finished.
Yeah, so I gathered. What does he want it for, anyway?
Take a girlfriend out, I think. Which, come to think of it, ain't a bad idea.
Eh?
Well, I don't mind you working Bank Holiday Monday when you've got something to keep you busy. But now that you haven't, I think I can find a girlfriend of your own who wouldn't mind a bit of a trip out somewhere.
Little cracker, is she?
You wouldn't believe.
Oh, yes, I would.
Woodpecker said, God bless my soul. Take it out, take it out, take it out, remove it. What do you reckon to that then, eh?
Oh, it's a different world, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yes. Oh, do you know, I could stop here all day.
Yeah, you do that, Betty. Me and Bet won't be far.
Eh?
Well, I mean, it's daft, isn't it, just sitting in a car? I mean, if you want to sit in a car, you may as well stay at home. No, I thought we could go for a bit of a walk, like, you know.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say no to that, Freddie.
Right. Come on, then, let's get on.
Hang on, wait for Betty.
Well, Betty said she wanted to stop here.
I never did, you did.
Well, I thought you wanted to sit in the car, you know, and look at the view.
There's plenty of time for that when we get back, isn't there? Ain't it, love?
Yeah, ready when you are, Duck. Come on.
Well, come on, then.
I'm stopping here now, aren't I?
Oh, it was your idea.
Take no notice of him, Betty. Fellas are like that. They say one thing one minute, another thing the next.
Oh, take no
They
notice.
never know what they want.
No, it's a wet the time. Hello, Brian. Come in.
Mrs. Walker. It's Fred I was after, Mrs. Walker. Is he in?
No, he's not back yet. I thought it was him then.
Perhaps you could give a message for me.
Yes, of course.
Well, he'll come round to pick his car up this afternoon.
I know he's out on it now. He's taking Beth and Elizabeth for a little run in the country.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there when he came for it. Gail was. And she thought I'd finished work on it, but I hadn't.
Nothing wrong with this, is there?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Well, the engine was the main thing, but I did that. But, well, he did ask me to do a couple of other jobs as well while I was in. Sticking door lock, adjust the handbrake, and a couple of bulbs that had gone. I just wanted to tell him I'd not got round to it.
I see.
So if he could let me have it back for a couple of hours sometime.
I'll tell him, dear.
Thanks, Mrs. Walker. See you then.
Bye-bye, Brian. Do you know, I'll remember this view for the rest of my life.
You're not the only one, Betty.
It's funny, isn't it? But after a while, you know, it doesn't seem real. Yeah, you'd think that if you just reached out to touch it, it'd disappear.
I flipping know it would.
Anyway, tar for bringing us, Fred. Don't get out much these days. Well, not now.
The pleasure's all Freddy's. Isn't it, Chuck? Have you seen how it's brought little roses to his cheeks, Betty? You don't get enough fresh air, you know, Fred.
There's not much chance for out else this after, is there? Not much chance for out else at all.
What is the matter with you, Fred? You've been about as much fun as toothache all afternoon.
Come on, you flipping know.
Now what have I done?
Don't come that. What? You know what. Look, when I said we'd go for a run, I mean, you and me, just the two of us together. I didn't mean to turn it into a flipping staff outing for the Rovers, did I?
Oh, charming.
Well, I'm sorry, Fred. I would have thought you'd have wanted Betty to come. I mean, she is nearer your age, isn't she? Now where you off?
Gonna stretch my legs, aren't I?
On your own?
Not much flipping choice, is there?
Oh, well, if you don't want me to come.
Eh?
For a walk.
What, you mean, you and me together on our own, like?
Why not?
Oh, come on, what are we waiting for?
Right.
Go on, Chuck.
I won't be long, Betty.
OK, love.
Just stretching us legs.
Right, hold up.
I say, Betty.
What?
If we're not back in 3 hours, send for a search party. Come on, let's get
No,
cracking.
Betty will be back by, Hellfire, have you seen the time?
Hey, there's plenty of time.
It's 5 o'clock.
Oh, it's never.
It is. How long did it take us to get here?
Oh, best part of half an hour,
Oh,
love.
we'd better be getting our skates on.
Come on, it's quicker on the way back.
What? Mrs. Walker will be doing flipping handstands.
What about our walk?
Oh, some other time, Chuck. Why didn't you say something earlier on? Come on, Betty, love, give me a hand with this lot.
Come in, lovey.
Never mind. Go on, get in the car if you want to get back. I'll do it.
Oh, well, if you say so.
I flaming well do. Go
Come
on.
on, look, tell me no. Come on. It's a wet blanket.
Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, what's about Roddy? But he's such a miserable devil, isn't he?
Take the notice of me, don't mean it.
Take no notice and make me sick. Well, come on. I don't care. Come on, let's get off of him.
Oh, Fred.
What now?
Thanks, Chuck, for a lovely afternoon.
Yeah, that goes for me and all, love.
Get in the car.
Take the notice. Fred, we're
Pull
moving!
the handbrake on.
I've
Pull
got
it.
it!
The handbrake. Pull it up. Pull it. Pull it.
I am doing!
Pull it harder.